All right, man. Are you ready to go out and rip the Kraton 6S? It might be snowy, muddy down here, but it's going to be a blast. You ready to roll? I don't know, man. I mean, do you see the snow and the mud out here? I mean, my fingers might get cold. My toes might even get cold. I mean, and what if I break a part on my car? I mean, what am I going to do then? I mean, these things aren't meant to be driven in this stuff. I mean, come on. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. You just need to stop being such a pansy. I mean, cars can be fixed and parts can be replaced, but bashing is forever. What's going on, guys? Hope y'all are having a great day out there today. Guys, we are back down here at the motocross track. Well, I guess we're not back down here. We never left. We just took a brief moment to warm up, gain feeling in my fingers again. But guys, we are back out here now with the Kraton 6S. We're going to take this thing out, have a little fun with it. So stay tuned, everybody. All right, guys. Well, we got the Kraton 6S V4 here. We're going to run this thing on a 6,500 milliamp 100C LiPo battery. And guys, the last time I had this car down here is when we snapped the chassis in half. Chassis had seen some better days. It was a stock EXB chassis that I had put on this thing when I bent and broke the original chassis on this car. But now we finally have a proper chassis into this thing, guys. We got a new M2C Racing chassis. Just beautiful chassis and work they do. And we also got a new M2C Racing rear center brace, because the old one had busted off and the screw was snapped off in it, and it was just in bad shape. But some of the other upgrades done to this thing, we also have the Hot Racing rear differential case on this thing. And honestly, guys, on the 6S line, I mean, it's kind of a really necessary must to put, especially on the rear, the Hot Racing or any aluminum rear differential case, because it just keeps those gears straighter, not flexing, and you don't rip apart as many rear diffs in these things. So definitely worth the money on the upgrade, guys. But anyway, enough yakking, guys. Let's go give the Kraton 6S a rip. All right, we're ready to rip. See how the Kraton holds together today. Hopefully we don't get any early breakages, because this is my last car I have with me. But after tearing this thing apart, looks like I got to recenter my steering. I'll be right back. All right, well, I think we're ready to roll now. Now we got a horn blowing over there, somebody's alarm. Lovely. All right, let's get the first rips here on the Kraton. One thing about these cars, man, the air control is just beautiful. Now, I don't think I taped the hole shut, so that was real smart of me, I guess, today. It's going to be muddy and wet down here, and probably going to end up with water in my new tires. Oh, jeez, oh, man. Well, she landed on her wheels, but, man, that was kind of ugly. She was all over the place in the air. Trying not to hit the fence. Had too many encounters with that fence over the last year or so. Tagging the fence, landing on top of the fence. Going to try to avoid the fence today. Ooh, man! She flew nice off of that one. Kraton just flies so beautiful. I'm definitely going to have to take my steering arm off the servo and realign it, because apparently when I put this thing back together after changing the chassis, I jacked it all up. I have the end point set almost at 100%, and it's just, whoa, oh jeez, and it's just finally straight, so it is definitely not right, but she is steering and going, so it's good enough for today. Now we're going to try and hit a little different spot here. But yeah, it doesn't steer as great to the right now that the steering's kind of, the endpoint set so messed up, but it works. Man, the Kraton's flying nice. I had a blast out here with the Kraton 8S a little bit ago. I mean, that thing was just flying beautiful, guys, and she held up great. It's a mess. It's a muddy, snow-packed mess, but I had a blast with that thing. The car is flying beautiful today. All right, we're going to move around to some other jumps here. Nice. Oh, rock. All right, let's go hit something else. She's ripping good. Oh, ripping really good. Something's not right. Uh-oh. I have to take a look and see what I broke, guys. Something doesn't look good. Well, see who could take a guess. Well, here's my drive shaft. Still pretty straight, actually. Drive shaft didn't bend. However, the A-arm didn't fare so well. I guess I should have brought another car with me. We might have to finish this video out with another car, or after I fix this thing on another day. But guys, snapped the rear A-arm, and this is the stuff that happens out in the cold. Parts are gonna break. She came down fine too. It didn't even land bad, but that plastic gets a little more brittle in these lower temperatures. But I'm gonna take this thing back to the car, and either we're gonna cut to another time or another day out here or something, but I guess that's it for the Kraton, unfortunately, today. All right, guys, well, we got back to the truck here, and you can see she just snapped off right there at the back. Everything else, chassis perfect. Everything else is in good shape. She's ready to roll. Unfortunately, I don't have an A-arm with me. I brought a lot of extra parts with me, but I don't have any A-arms for the 6S line, so I think what we're going to do is take this thing back, get her washed up, and finish this video out with fixing this and get this thing back together maybe. Or we might cut to something else, but if you guys want to, stay tuned. We'll find out what's going to happen next. All right, guys. Well, we got back home here, and I couldn't find a stock set, but I do have a set of rear A-arms for Kraton, Talon, Outcast. So I think we're going to chuck these on the back of the Kraton 6S. Kind of unfortunately. I'm not super pleased with the RPM on the 6S line, but we're going to give them a try. They're new. They aren't too worn out. But first things first is we got to get these things cleaned up a little bit. So got the hose out. We're going to get these things washed up here. Trying to get too much water in the tires. I blocked off the holes. So we're going to get these things washed up, and we're going to get some new A-arms in the back of the Kraton 6S, guys. All right, well, we got them all washed up. Now it's time to give them a little blow dry and to style. So we're going to get these things dried off, and that's probably going to be way too loud. So I'm going to get them dried off. I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to fix up the Kraton 6S. All right, well, Kraton 6S is looking all pretty. She's cleaned and blow dried. So we're going to go ahead and slap on the RPM rear A-arms. I'm going to leave the front ones still, the stock EXB ones that I put on here. But we're going to get the RPM on the back, and hopefully don't have a lot of problems with drive shafts popping out. It seems like it's more once these start getting really, weak and bowed a lot. Because like on my Outcast 6S, I swore up and down I wasn't putting RPM on it again. However, I couldn't find any normal ones for it at the moment. So I ordered a full set of new RPM, the blue ones. I'm going to put on this thing along with the new M2C Racing chassis and the new center brace. I'm hoping to get that thing fixed up. I might do a video or a live stream getting the Outcast 6S all fixed up again. But we got all the parts for it, so she's ready to roll. But let's get the Kraton 6S fixed again. Well, I was getting everything dismantled, and a simple job turned a pain in the butt. Not too bad, but one of my screws here that go into the rear diff case, that holds the back hinge pin brace on, is stripped out. It is locked up in there in the aluminum. And I didn't even put any Loctite on these screws, but it does not want to come out. So I'm going to drill the head off of this thing, pull the diff case off, grab a hold of it with a pair of vice grips and get that out of there. But I'll bring you guys back when it's almost apart. All right, well, that wasn't too painful. I finally got the screw out of there. I drilled the head off of it and basically lifted the bulkhead over to the side and grabbed a hold of the end of it. It was almost flush with the chassis. I used a really small Phillips head screwdriver and kind of grabbed the whole edge of the threads and managed to get it started out a tiny bit, and then grabbed the hold of it with a pair of vice grips and got it the rest of the way out. But we're finally ready to actually change the A-arms out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you guys back when she's finished up. We weren't going to carry this on too long. All right, guys, well, she is all fixed up again. Got the RPM A-arms on this thing. Everything fit up nicely. Time will tell. I'm going to give the RPM another chance and see if these start flexing too much and I start popping those drive shafts out all the time again. If it does, I'll probably end up going back to the stock A-arms. But I had them. We're going to give them a try again, see how they work out here, especially in the cold weather, because, in the cold weather, you are going to break a lot more plastic pieces and things going on because it just becomes more brittle. But, guys, that's part of the hobby and part of the fun. You go out, you bash it, you break it, you fix it. You get her back out there again for another day. But, guys, that's going to do it for the Kraton 6S video. Had a lot of fun with this thing today, guys. She ran great, handled, jumped, just beautiful today. Unfortunately, just had that early breakage. But I hope you guys enjoyed a little repair video. Also, guys, I'm going to be doing a couple more videos on these chargers. GT Power sent me a few chargers. We did the smart charger last But we're going to do some unboxing videos on these dual chargers next, so those will be coming up. But guys, that is going to do it for the video today, guys. Sorry, the bash time was a little short on this and it turned into a repair, but like I said, these things happen. But that's going to do it for the video today, guys. Until next time, y'all be safe, be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.